They say it as in Arabic أولئك هم شر البرية. شر البرية, the worst human.
So they're the worst humans. That's still, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Disbelievers.
So how can Allah say we're the closest to his heart, and yet he says we're the worst of humans? Which one is it? That's a contradiction. Yeah.
Because be honest with you, you are not believing in one God.
Be honest, you don't believe in one God. No, you don't.
No, that we don't believe in one God.
Because you are believing in Trinity.
You believe in Tawheed. Tawheed means unity. What is being united? You believe in Tawheed. No, it's not. What does the word Tawheed mean? It means unified, unified. Ahad is one. Tawheed is unified. What's being unified in Allah?
What's unified?
Unity, bring together. Bring together. No, it's not. Ahad is one. I know what Ahad is. You know, what is Tawheed? Wahid is one. What is Tawheed?
The problem, English speaker, explain.
Yeah, because I asked you, because you're lying. What is Tawheed?
Tawheed is the unity, the one.
Unity, exactly. What's being unified?
The explaining of Allah.
I can tell you what's being unified. But you're the Muslim, so I need to hear from you first. But I want to know what is being unified in Allah's Tawheed.
Unified, not mean just it's one.
It means unify, it means two things coming together to make one.
No,
that's unity, that's Tawheed.
Unified means you take two.
My
bring it to one.
Not that.
I know, sir. I know, sir. I understand. But
Tawheed in Arabic means just one.
No, Ahad means one. Ahad, Wahid means one.
So what's that? What's that you understand from Tawheed? It's a multi-unit.
It's Ahad, it's Wahid, and Tawheed, the same word.
Okay, what's the meaning of what you want to read? What's the message you want
I've already said. My question is. You asked me a question. You want me to finish it? Okay. My question is, there is a difference between the word Wahid, which is one, and Tawheed, which is unity. Wahid means one. Allah could have said Allah is one Wahid. It's ultimately one. But Tawheed means unity. My question is, what is being unified?
There is nothing in unified.
Then what is Tawheed then?
It's description of Allah. Who is Allah?
What is, why use Wahid?
What's the difference between one and single?
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about one and unity. One and unity.
One word can have more than one meaning.
One and unity. That's what we're talking about. Tawheed means unity, to unify. What's being unified?
Unity.
Yes, it is.
No.
Sir, why should I take a...
It's not Tawheed.
Yeah, it's Tawheed.
Ittihad.
Tawheed. What is Tawheed?
If you're going to teach me Arabic, this is going to fall apart.
Apparently, I have to teach you Arabic. You come to the Ummah and you don't know the words. I have to teach you apparently.
There is a difference between a numerical one and a singular.
What's the difference? I'm listening.
They're both speaking about one entity, one unit, one single thing. But you have a numerical one and you have a unification in terms of a single thing.
But what is being unified? That's my question.
It's not united.
You said a unification. What is being unified?
Something that is unified is singular.
Yes, it becomes singular.
No, it's
but
not
what
united,
is it? Yes, you said unified. What is unified? What's the definition? What is the definition of unified?
I want to understand.
What is the definition of unified?
What's the Tawheed that he understands?
فهو ده يقول انه التوحيد انه انت تقول كذا شيء يجتمعوا حتى يكونوا شيء واحد.
What is the other thing that you heard about Tawheed?
No, I mean I'm here to learn, you know. But I have to question when
all Muslims that I know
misleading is happening.
All Muslims that I know, when they mention Tawheed, they unify Allah. It's one.
So they unify. What is being unified?
You're not unifying. You're affirming the oneness.
But if you
bear witness that there's only one.
If you affirm the oneness, you can just say I bear witness that Allah is Ahad. That is one, ultimately one. That's not open for Ahad. Is not open for interpretation.
You're trying to.
Ahad.
You're trying to bring.
But what is being unified?
You're trying to bring a language that has over 500,000.
Okay.
Single.
So it can still be questioned. It
to
can
a
still be
language that has
questioned.
200,000.
It doesn't matter. It can
اسأل
still be
أقول
questioned.
اسأل
Any
أشياء
language can be
واحد
questioned.
يعني.
What is being unified?
هو ده يسأل هو يعني نوع من الاستهزاء بده يستهزئ انه انتم بتوحدون مثل ما هم عندهم الثلاثيه اتحدت حتى تكون
They're doing
إله.
holy language, so I don't understand. So I just like shut down.
I want to understand your point of view actually, because you said that Tawheed is unifying. I don't understand that concept of
Okay,
unifying.
I can tell you
multiple
what's being
things.
unified.
So
I can tell you my
want-
concept.
I want to understand your point of view. What is the thing that
You think is being
multiple
unified?
at unifying?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Okay.
I can tell you what is being unified.
What?
Unification comes in when you only operate under one so-called subjects, but is deriving from other sub-subjects, like besides it. Something else coming towards this, you know, like three is a unification of 1, 2, and 3. 3 numbers, so it's being brought into one.
That's
Now, if
being
we
unifying?
that means unified. That's the number 3. The number 3 is singular, but it's unified by 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Let
then
me finish. Let me
what-
finish. You asked me a question. I haven't finished.
But I want to understand
Okay.
this concept for Allah. How
Let me
that
finish. That's what I'm going to.
unifying Allah. What's the
Let me-
other parts of Allah
yeah.
get unified?
Let me finish.
Okay.
So, can you agree that there can only be one eternal being, one eternal God, one eternal being? Yeah. Can you verify that to the camera that there can only be one eternal being,
Yes.
one eternal
what we
being,
believe
and that's
in.
Allah, right?
Yes.
Is the Quran Allah?
Quran Allah, no?
The Quran is not Allah. Is the Quran eternal?
Quran eternal? It's
Yeah.
a word of Allah.
But is it eternal? I'm not asking if it's the word of Allah. I'm asking if it's eternal,
How is it eternal? I
like
don't know.
before creation, outside of creation. Al-Kitab, the mother of the book, is it eternal?
No, it's just.
I'm only speaking to one person. So yes, you say yes. You said yes. So it's eternal.
Yeah.
Is the night
كلام الله يعني
Kalim Allah? Yeah.
هو كلام الله صح؟ القرآن يعني
Yes.
الكلام الاتكلم.
ايوه خلاص
So the Quran is also eternal.
الكلام eternal.
تقول لي يعني صمد يعني صمد هو صمد يعني
لا هو
They're speaking holy language. I don't understand. You
نزل
know,
نزلت يعني
supposedly holy language.
صح؟
Yeah.
شوف هو عايز يعني يسوي تريك عليك يعني خلي بالك
He thinks I'm doing a trick. I'm not doing no trick. It's just your simple theology. It is just your simple theology to why you have to understand Tawheed. When you come to my ummah, you know, you have to understand my class. You know, so Allah is eternal,
Okay.
and we've established the Quran is also eternal.
The Quran is the word of Allah.
Yeah, but I'm not saying
I
if the
can't-
I'm not.
I
That's not
can't
what I'm
say-
asking.
I
I am
can't
not
give
asking.
him-
That's not what I'm
I
asking.
can give the Quran attributes of a God.
Is it outside of creation? Is it outside of creation?
Which is just a word.
But is it before creation? I'm not asking if it's a word or not. I'm not asking if it's a tree or a rock or a human. I'm asking if it's outside of creation.
Outside of creation.
Yeah, before creation. Is the Quran existent?
It's just a book bro it's a mushaf it's just a mushaf
It's just a word. What's the difficult?
Yes, but
what's
is it
difficult to
outside of
understand?
creation?
It is a word.
It's a kitab
Is it-
as well. It's
is
also
it-
a kitab, which is the mother of the
When
book,
I
and
say-
that exists outside of creation. Is it outside of creation?
When I say the Quran is a word of Allah, what's the difficult thing in this sentence?
Like, if my question is simple. Is
even
it
my answer
outside?
is simple.
No, it's not. You're given a different answer. I
it's
asked
just
you,
word.
is apple an apple? You said yes, apple is orange. Please give it the focus on the answer that I'm
Okay.
question. Is the Quran eternal?
It's just the word of Allah.
That's not what I'm asking.
I
I'm not
can't- I
asking
can't-
that. The speech,
I told
a
you.
friend just established that. Now it's Allah's attributes, the 99 attributes. Are they eternal?
The attribute of,
They are
of
Allah.
Allah.
They are. So Allah is mercy. Allah is mercy.
Description of Allah. What's the
But
point
are
that you
they
want
are
to-
they Allah? You said they are Allah.
they are what Allah is
You know that's unity as well.
Allah?
That's unifying.
What's Allah? Yeah,
God.
For example, Allah is merciful.
Is Allah mercy?
Allah is strong.
He is mercy.
Yeah.
Are you Shia?
the attribute of
Are you Shia? You're speaking like a Shia. You're speaking on divine.
you've heard me say quick words I'm a Shia
Yeah, because you're saying the attributes are Allah. In Sunni, they're not. Okay,
That description, that when I told you that it's description, that is a word of Allah. What's the difficulty to understand these sentences?
that's not what
Is
I'm.
it- is it-
You know the
is it-
difficulty in understanding
is
the
it
question.
difficult?
Do you want me to the difficulty in understanding the question is that's not the question that I'm asking. when we want to talk about that, we can talk about that later.
Okay.
But that's
Yeah,
not the
but
question that I'm asking.
you
My
asked
question
me-
is it eternal?
I told you it is not attribute. Eternal is attribute of Allah. You can say that.
So
to
Allah
what?
is mercy.
To what? Yes.
Allah is mercy. Like, no, there's no difference between Allah and mercy. There's no difference. That's my. You saying Allah is mercy? I'm now asking you. Is he? Please, one person at a time. One person at a time. Please stop cutting into my combo. One person at a time. Is Allah mercy itself?
He is merciful. Yes.
He is merciful. Being merciful doesn't mean you are mercy. It's Allah mercy itself.
What's the point that you want to reach? I don't
Because you said
understand.
Allah is His attributes. Is Allah His attributes? That's my question.
Allah is. It's attribute.
Is He His attributes?
No, the attribute is describing Allah. To know Him, just to know
Yeah,
Him.
but are they Him?
Are they Him?
Yes.
Are you describing the attribute as a God? I don't know.
Yes, if they exist outside of creation, those attributes are God.
No, they are a description of God. To know Him.
They're a description of God, but are they God?
No, you can say it.
So
like this.
the 99 attributes are not God, they're not Allah, and they exist outside of creation.
They are
Let me-
description of Allah. To know.
That's not what I'm asking. I am asking if they're eternal. And if they are Allah, I'm not asking if they're a description of Him. I understand they're a description of Him, but are they identical to Him as an essence?
No.
So they're not Him.
There is no other gods than Allah. How?
Okay,
you
I can
want
prove
to
that.
mention-
Allah makes Isa a God because Isa is Kalim Allah and he exists outside of creation,
What-
like my brother just said.
What?
Isa ibn Maryam is Kalim Allah and he exists outside of creation because he was a spirit sent down from him, like the brother just said that Allah's word is eternal. So Allah puts a God beside him.
It is just.
Allah puts a God beside him. He also allows Isa to create.
Allah from
Well,
من attribute is
Adam Kaman. The verse of
Well, kun
I
fayakun,
want
kun
to-
fayakun does not. It still means he's God.
Allah is the creator.
Yeah.
the argument.
If you want to create something, you just say the word.
Yes,
That-
but that word that he says, is it outside of
Creation.
creation?
Yes,
Is it
creation.
outside of creation?
No, it's creation.
It
That's
is.
He create.
So the word
Yeah,
is
create.
creation itself. The word of Allah is creation. Are you the word of Allah?
that
Are
He
you
created.
Kalim Allah? Are you Kalim
No,
Allah?
I
You are creation, right?
You miss the entire point
Yes.
of the Quran, bro. You miss the entire point.
One person at a time, please. One person at a time, please. I don't want to jump arguments. I know. One person at a time. I can come to you after. I can ask you. No one's talking to you. No one's talking to you. But no one's talking to you. But no one's talking to you. But nobody's talking to you. But ain't nobody talking to you. Is anybody talking to you? Ain't nobody. And I don't have a. Okay, cool. Talk that side. Yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening.
All we're saying is this: when you're reading the Quran, or when you're telling us a verse from the Quran, you're reading it from a Christian paradigm.
No, I'm not. I'm actually
That's how you're reading
going.
it.
No, I'm not. I'm
From
losing.
my position, that's what I'm seeing.
That's what you're seeing.
You're
Doesn't
giving
mean I am.
exegesis based on a Christian paradigm.
No, I'm not. What do Christians believe about our book? We don't believe the book is verbatim word of God like that. So we don't. No, they don't. It's written by Moses. It's written by Moses. Written by everyone else. Find a Jew and you find
When
it.
you say that the word of Allah.
Yeah.
Allah when He creates, He just say the word, and He
But that word, when he says it, is it before creation or or is it the word creation itself?
Do you think God make things with His hand or use a tool?
Well, Allah said to the angels, bow down to Adam, the one I made with my two hands.
Yeah,
So Allah makes stuff with his hands.
Yes, sometimes because
Then,
he
but
want-
you just prove your point wrong.
because He want to give a status for Adam.
Okay,
But the
let's not
other
talk about that. Let's talk about if the
Because
word is.
the other creation that mostly created by just His word.
Yeah, but are those creations identified as Kalim Allah?
Everything.
No, Kalim
No,
Allah
it's not.
means
Isa
the
ibn
one
Maryam
he
is the
can
only
talk.
Kalim Allah. And the Quran.
Kalim Allah Musa. Kalim Allah Musa.
Where does Musa? I don't know where.
Musa
Mushaf.
لا موسى
Moses.
sorry.
No, he's not.
Moses in
Show me in the Quran.
In Quran.
Show me in the Quran where Moses is the word of Allah.
So just while he finds that, the kun fiyakun argument, right? Allah makes it very clear.
Here.
Surah Anbiya, go on.
ورسلا قد قصصناهم عليك من قبل ورسلا لم
Chapter and
نقصصهم
verse.
عليك
Chapter and
وكلم
verse.
الله موسى تكليما.
Chapter and verse. No, that nothing over there says.
سورة النساء.
Kalam Allah.
سورة النساء. Verse 146.
Surah 10.
مجنونة والله.
Chapter 4, right? Verse.
النساء I don't know.
Because you're reading in Arabic. How do I know if you're telling the truth?
I don't know the translation.
Exactly.
of it.
If you were listening to the word, he said the word.
No, he didn't.
164. وكلم الله Moses تكليما.
No, it's not Kalim Allah. He was given the word of Allah. He is not Kalim Allah.
كليم الله mean someone he talk with Allah.
No, someone is. Isa ibn Maryam is Kalim Allah. Musa was given.
Kalimatullah, not Kalim.
Isa was, Moses was given the word of Allah. He is not Allah,
He is
the word of Allah.
Kalimatullah mean the creation that he created with just word.
Isa was identified as Kalimatuhu, Al-Kaha.
Kalima, yes.
Kalimatuhu Al-Kaha,
مظبوط.
Al-Maryam. So that means Isa himself, he's the embodiment of the word of Allah. Musa was only given. No, it's not. No, it is not. It is what it says in the. It is what it says. Please, sir. Let's focus on one conversation at a time. Otherwise, you can please. I understand what you think. You're adding your Muslim interpretation to what I'm saying. So I would like you to cut it out, please. So please cut it out. Let me concentrate on one. Let me concentrate on one conversation at a time. I'll come to you after. Please. So Musa was given Kalim of Allah. He was given the word of Allah. Please, you said Surah Nisa. What's the verse? Let's read it.
46. No, 64. 164.
164. And the messenger have already been appointed. Also, some of Nisa, right?
النساء موجود. ورسلا قد قصصناهم عليك من قبل ورسلا لم نقصصهم عليك وكلم الله موسى تكليما.
To another messenger we have already appointed to you, and also some we have not. Musa spoke directly to God. Speaking directly to God doesn't mean you are the word of God. You just spoke to God.
But you said taklima. Taklima mean the one who spoke directly.
Yeah, but Isa is Kalim Allah. He is the word.
Kalim.
Not Kalimatuhu.
There is difference.
But it's Isa being identified as Kalimatuhu, as the direct word of Allah. Yeah. And Musa speaking directly to Allah. Are they the same thing?
Most creation just a word from Allah.
No, it's not, sir. Allah took 40 years to create Adam. I have to, because you don't know. Allah took 40 years to create Adam. He didn't create him kun fayakun. He took 40 years to create him, and Adam was in sorrow. Yes, he is. Yes, he did. Muhammad was Quran. Muhammad was.
It took him 40 years to create.
He said.
This is the new information.
Yeah.
New Quran. No,
that's why I have to teach you. That's why I have to teach you. That's why I have to teach you. You come to the Ummah and you don't know your sources.
Please teach me.
Is it in the same place where you think Jesus is in the Old Testament?
Insult is not going to help your theology or your argument.
I'm not insulting you.
You're trying to heckle a little bit. Again, I'm trying to say, let me concentrate on one conversation at a time. Let me concentrate on one conversation, and I'll come to you after.
How you think Jesus is in the Old Testament?
No.
Do you think he's in the Old Testament?
Well, Jesus is in the Old Testament, yes.
Where?
I can show you multiple verses, but I'm not talking about where. Stop. Let's not shuffle. Let's go.
Show me your Jesus one. Just one. Shouldn't be too hard.
هو دائما اعكسها عليهم يحسون.
مخلص والله. Go on, teach us, Maulana. Yalla Maulana.
Yeah, I'm a Sheikh for a reason.
Yeah.
هذه فيها.
مشروع مسيحيين يعني هم كده ما عندهمش مخ يعني خلاص.
Take
زي اصلا.
40.
Is this what Christianity turns you into?
Well, speaking.
A bit fanatical, isn't it?
Speaking is fine. Speaker's cool now. We can say anything you want. Okay, then if you don't like it, then don't be a fan of it. It's calm.
I'm definitely not a fan.
Then you don't have to talk on it. Then you do not have to talk on it. Is Islam? Does Islam allow people to fight you in the corner and go and come and dog to your house?
No.
Because Shamsi got beaten up. You're pointing at her. I'm pointing at Shamsi. Shamsi got beaten up by his own brothers, by his own Muslim brothers. Is that the spirit of Islam?
Please show.
Why? What does that have to do? What does crazy woman have to do with our conversation? What does crazy woman have to do with a conversation? You're shuffling. Please, let's not shuffle. Let's shuffle.
I'm waiting for the
Give
information.
me 1 sec. Do you know the verse where it says like it took 40 years for Adam to dry when Allah created him? No, I'll pull it up. Let me see.
Is that in Quran?
Yeah.
These people should know.
You know, these people, they will lie on Allah's name. Any day, they will lie on the Quran, they will lie on Allah, they will lie on Muhammad. They will say they never said that.
We are lying.
40 years.
We are proud of our.
No, you lie on. I caught you on a lie before. I caught you on a lie.
Proud of.
Notice, by the way,
Take a huge pride.
I am.
What is it that you?
Give me 1 sec.
Of?
Allah took 40 years.
By the truth. We found the truth.
Wait, what is the truth?
Dry.
The Quran and Hadith.
Notice the verse still hasn't
About the world. That there is afterlife.
Okay, it's Sahih Muslim. It's in the Hadith. It's in the Hadith.
Okay.
It's in Sahih Muslim.
Okay. Oh, in Sahih Muslim.
Okay, so it's not in the Quran then. So are you shuffling now?
That's not shuffling. I know where. If I am wrong, listen. That's not shuffling. I know where I'm wrong. If I know that my source of information is wrong, I can concede and say that this is where I got it from. But it still says it in your sunnah.
Okay.
So you would have a problem with it.
Give me.
Adam said 40 years before Adam said that.
I want from the 6 books, yeah? You give me from the 6 books.
What 6 books?
Oh, he doesn't know the 6 books. I thought Maulana knew everything.
What 6 books are you talking
You
about?
don't know 6 books?
Well, the 6 Qurans. We know there's 27.
6 Quran, yeah.
You know there's the 6, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
You want to tell me the Sunnah, but you can't even tell me how many books of Hadith there are. What are our 6
I
canonical
focus
books?
on Sahih Muslim and Sahih Al-Bukhari. I don't care about the rest. I don't care about the rest.
Oh, okay, no problem.
If I want to bring out the rest, if you want to bring out the
second
rest, I'll bring out how dirty Muhammad is even more.
Hey, look who's insulting
As
now.
long as you don't.
I can insult an ideology. I'm not targeting you personally.
Are you a Christian?
You see this.
And the Bible, there's a lot.
We're not talking about that right now. You know, let's
Don't
focus
tell
on
me
one
insulted
conversation
my
at a time.
prophet. I haven't said anything about Jesus yet.
His prophets,
He had sex with his
Wait,
own mother.
wait.
He's got us.
Before,
God had sex with his own
40
mother.
years before, Adam
I
said,
understand why he's
did
upset.
you not
I
see
would be
the...
upset if my God had sex with his own mother. It's an upsetting thing to believe in, but they have no choice.
It's very upsetting, but
Very upsetting.
we respect Jesus. We don't believe that.
I don't respect Jesus. I respect Isa ibn Maryam. Isa ibn Maryam. Jesus Aslan, he's a false
Yeah,
god.
Isa is not a different person. Isa and Jesus is a different person.
Thank you.
Let's just
Sheikh
agree on that.
Mahmoud.
Thank you.
I
on
agree.
that.
Yes.
Different person.
Alhamdulillah,
You know,
yes.
I don't like Isa.
Jesus-
Isa is a failure.
To be honest,
Isa couldn't
Jesus-
even convey his message
Jesus
very well.
is gay.
These people,
He had sex
he
with
said,
his mother.
oh, now you're insulting.
No, but
Now you're
you
insulting.
now you're saying about
Okay, it's fine.
Muhammad.
I don't care. I really don't care for insult. It's upon you. I don't defend God. God defends. You're talking. You know, you gotta give me some time.
You want to change the subject
Nope,
about it?
nope.
Tamam?
Nope.
You can jump to other topic.
Nope. I'll
actually.
find a source.
But now you know, if you go to Prophet Sallallahu I'll come back harder on your man God, okay? Just so
No,
you know.
I don't. Hey, insult Jesus Christ if you want.
Your man God.
I don't care. Insult Jesus Christ if you want. I do not care.
Good.
Because I don't defend God. God defends me.
you're
I don't defend
I don't
God.
believe
If
in
you
your
want to
God.
fight
I
against
don't
God, go
believe in
take it to
your
him.
God. I don't believe
Plus,
in your God.
okay, cool.
You've got
Whatever.
false God.
Whatever.
You're
Whatever.
You're an idolater.
All right, cool. All right, cool. It's fine.
There's nothing.
It's cool. I don't defend God. God defends
Are you
me.
going to pass the evidence?
I would.
any evidence?
If you stop talking and you actually give me the time to look, then
everyone be quiet.
you're shuffling, so you don't want me to look for the evidence. The same. You let me finish. No, let me finish. Let me
I've
finish.
been waiting here for half an hour. First he said Quran, then he said Sunnah, and then he doesn't know the 6 books, and then okay.
What 6 books?
And also the clear.
He doesn't know the 6 books. Are you gonna target him as well? Well, he doesn't know the 6 books. He doesn't know the 6 books.
By the way, right?
That's hadith. It's hadith.
What is commentary?
He doesn't even know.
I mean,
He
there
doesn't
are
even know if it's
of course,
commentary or
there are
hadith.
commentaries in it, of course. We get that's
Surely we want to. A man drying. Surely we have brought a man onto being for drying with clay in the mud.
We don't even know who the authors are of the Gospels.
We know.
That's true, right?
We know. We don't know who the authors are of the Quran.
So we don't know
Who wrote the Quran?
You don't
You
know.
put a pen and paper.
We
You
have
put pen and paper.
ijazah. You know ijazah?
Let's not shuffle. Let's focus
Do you
on
know
one thing.
ijazah?
Let's not shuffle. Let's focus on one thing at a time. Let's not shuffle. Let us not shuffle. Keep stop asking questions.
Okay,
You know.
okay. I will
Surely
tell you,
we have brought a man
I will
onto
tell you
being.
ijazah, what is it?
Surely we have brought a man onto being. 15.
Ijaza means permission.
Permission to teach, yes.
By who?
By who?
By your Sheikh.
You should.
Is that?
It's a sanad. You know what sanad mean? Sanad means chain of relation. No, chain of narration.
Can you prove the chain of narration?
Narration.
Can you prove it? Can you prove it?
Yes. We have a book.
Apart from trust me, bro, can you prove it?
Biography of every
You just focus
person.
on getting the verse.
Yeah, I will.
We're here for a while. Just focus on the verse.
I will.
We don't want you to get distracted.
Don't worry.
I'm gonna be here for another
I got you.
half hour.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry, bro. Don't worry, bro.
What were you saying about the
a man-
Persians? The Muslims are
I don't
committed
commit
created a
to
man
something,
to
yeah,
dry.
Prediction.
The
They
jinn
were saying
created,
that in
the
Quran
jinn
it's been
created
predicted
before,
that. But
fire.
I don't think your fight is
not
with
the
the Ummah. I
Quran.
think your fight is with the West, you know, especially
create a
with
mortal
Persia.
clay,
It's not the Ummah that's going to attack Persia right now.
No, we're talking about that.
A prediction in the
Holy
Quran.
Spirit.
where-
Prophecies.
That time with Romans,
Wow.
because it wasn't one time war. You see,
You asked
they
for
had at least 12 times.
You asked for. I remember the question. You asked for a specific time, specific prophecy,
That
and
is called prediction, yes.
Yeah, prediction, and they give you the evidence, but still
No.
you are.
Oh, he doesn't want it.
Yeah.
Listen,
You
you got the
that-
mask on. Very nice. Okay.
It's hard.
Sorry, what he's saying? I don't know. He said,
I know you don't. I know you don't.
He said you don't.
What are you looking for?
You don't care for the
I
truth.
don't know what this is. Are you Santa Claus or what's the
What about you?
objective
What
here?
are you
I don't
yourself?
know.
What are you?
What you- who
Like, are
you
you Ninja Turtle or
Well,
you know?
I'm certainly
Super
not
Ninja, you know?
big nose mask man.
Well, you still playing blackface though. You got a black mask.
You want to jump other topic because the time is.
No, if he's throwing an insult, maybe I should engage in a conversation. You know, a little bit.
We
A
already
little bit.
established what will happen to your man god if you try to.
Okay, bro, say whatever you want. I don't care.
I'm just
I do not care.
reminding
You watch when I insult your prophet, you're gonna want to punch me.
You already
You're gonna
have.
want to fight.
You already have.
But if I carry on the same way you are, you're gonna want to get aggressive.
Insult your god.
Okay, cool.
insult
I don't
God.
care about that. I insult a man,
Punch
you insult a
You
god.
care to punch you?
Yeah, her.
Care to punch you?
What consider him a god? The human as a god?
No. So,
What do you consider your God as?
I think God is capable of turning into a human if he wanted to, right?
Amen. Thank you.
That's
Thank you
it.
very
Well
much.
done.
Thank you.
Because it's called
It doesn't matter
omniscient,
it doesn't matter what you think what God can do. God can do whatever He wants. It's not what you
That's
think.
it,
God
that's
can do
it.
anything. So if you say God can't be a human, you're wrong.
That? Do you accept?
Thank you very much.
Do you accept?
But
He wouldn't
how
do
would
it.
you persuade me?
He wouldn't do it.
Who are you to tell God
No,
what
no,
to
he's
do?
correct. But
Because
wait.
even in your Old Testament, he says he wouldn't. So,
But if
No, he didn't.
No,
He said
in your book,
I can show you in the Old
One
Testament what God
moment,
is.
show me, show me,
Old
show me, show me.
Testament, no, the Old
Leave
Testament.
that. There's nothing there.
But
Let's
it
go to the Old
could.
Testament.
But it could. Yes.
He would not.
I know, but it could.
Let me ask you another question.
The thing is, it's just-
Could gives it a possibility.
No,
Can
Arabic.
God,
Could.
watch this. Can God create a stone so heavy he can't lift?
You can't ask those philosophical
Why not?
questions. Those are not.
Why not?
How is God
the same
adding
thing.
on flesh a contradiction?
Okay,
it's
no
like me
problem.
putting on a
No
jacket.
problem.
I don't
Right.
then become the
Watch
jacket.
this, watch this.
What's the purpose?
How is there a
of
contradiction?
creating the
Yeah.
stone?
Okay, one second.
The contradiction thing is
Is
another
God
topic
infinite?
if you want to jump to
God-
it.
Is God infinite?
Infinite.
Yes.
I don't know God anyway.
What?
I don't know a God.
Okay, let me ask you. Is God infinite?
Look, I have no belief, but what he said
he's
was
busy.
correct.
No, no, no.
The definition of a god, that means he could do whatever he wants, right?
Thank
If
you.
you're going with that
He's
is
also
logic,
infinite,
yes.
though.
If
You
you
have to
give
say
him that,
Is he infinite?
Can
You
God
just
be
said
weak?
omniscient, so he must
Can
be-
God be a weak?
if he chooses,
If he
yes.
chooses to, God is all God is almighty and also all humble.
Why would
God
How is that
you know why?
possible?
Because God is almighty and He is
All
also all
omniscient,
humble.
omnipresent,
All humble. You know what all humble means?
How can He be a weak?
If God is almighty and He is also all humble.
Jesus
If
as a
it
god,
wants
right?
to.
What do you mean?
Nah,
If
but
he's gonna
remember
come in a
what he
human
said,
form,
if
he
it
should've
would-
just
Do
came
you
in
know
his
the
own.
attribute of weak?
Yeah, Jesus is God.
Yeah, but he should've came
someone
in his own
weak-
from the Father.
Someone
No,
he said.
the Holy Spirit didn't
If
come like that as
someone
well.
weak-
Jesus is God. That is His
Can
form.
He be
Jesus
powerful?
is His form. Yes, every
someone
Christian
know,
you
yo,
see
if
the Holy
Someone
Spirit.
weak.
Yes.
No.
Can He be a powerful?
Someone no.
What's the
Let's concentrate,
If God
guys.
be a
Concentrate
weak,
on this
can He
question.
be-
God is not someone. God is
Amen.
not
God bless,
someone.
God bless, God bless.
You understand?
He can describe it as long as you
Listen,
want.
you said if
But
someone. God is not someone. You understand?
I don't know.
So God cannot be weak
They think they did.
God can. If you
He can do
choose it,
whatever.
Cannot
he
be weak.
Yes, He can.
because if He
Yes, He can.
if
He
be-
chooses
if
if-
you
if
want
you-
to be weak,
So like,
It doesn't mean He's not God.
all His power. will
No,
go.
it's not. Look at it like this here. He said, "Can God be weak?" I will concede on the question before, one before. I cannot find it right now. I am actually righteous enough to say I will concede. I cannot find it right now, but I know it's there. But
It's honor to concede.
you said, can
not find the evidence. We are moving on. Okay, let's move
Okay, cool. Doesn't mean that I am wrong. It just means I'm moving on.
I didn't see the
Thank you very much.
No problem.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Please, guys, search it up. But you asked me. You asked, can God be weak?
Yes.
Well, and he's saying that weak. As soon as God is weak, then he takes away from his power. No, it doesn't. Let me give you an example.
Because
let me give
he
you.
cannot be weak.
Yes, he
if
can.
has power.
Yes, he can. You know why?
How can?
Because
that be?
God is almighty and he is also all humble.
Okay.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Almighty
I am not
cannot be
finished.
weak.
I am not finished. Almighty also means you are all humble. How are you not mighty
Humble?
if you can't do the smallest thing?
Humble difference between it.
Let me finish. Let me finish. How are you almighty if you can't do the smallest things? You're not almighty because small things defeat you. Let me finish. When Jordan Peterson said it really well, he said it is better to have a warrior in the garden than it is to have a gardener at war. That means the warrior who has the ability to kill, it's better for him to humble himself and be in a garden. So it is a possibility for someone with almighty power to humble themselves.
Sounds like
so
Jordan Peterson
Jordan Peterson is right, you know.
Psychobabble, yeah.
But that does not mean the warrior stops being a warrior just because he's in a garden. That does not mean God stops being God just because he takes on flesh.
But there is a difference between humility, humility and weak.
What's the difference?
We cannot do something.
No, it's not. You can choose to be
When
weak.
someone weak, I cannot.
When you're vulnerable, you're weak.
Example is on human being. You understand?
I am describing the attribute.
I'm even focusing on the
meaning of
human
weak.
part of it.
How
And he's
can
still.
someone be strong and he is weak?
There's someone again.
Exactly.
Someone.
Exactly.
Yes,
It's a
someone
paradox.
can't.
It's a paradox.
Someone
But-
can't. Yes, correct. But a God can.
Because he can do anything he wants.
Good. So
But
can he make
God,
a stone so heavy
but
he
God
can't lift it?
Almighty.
Ask him.
But,
Ask him.
Can
but
he?
God Almighty.
Ask
But God
Can
Almighty.
he make a stone so heavy
Yes,
he
he's
can't lift it?
almighty.
Do you believe that God Almighty? Okay.
Stop using BTEC,
heavy
just
that he can't lift it.
stop using BTEC
Fine,
philosophy
fine,
questions.
No problem, B-Tech, no problem. How about this? How about this? Can he exist and not exist at the same time?
God can be seen and not seen at the same time.
Can he exist? No, that's
No,
not what I
God.
said.
God is the
Can
soul.
he exist
No,
and
he
not
can't.
exist at the same time?
No, he's not. No, he can't.
No, he
He's
can't.
the source of
So
existence.
who's limiting God now? He said no,
I'm not
he
limiting
can't.
God.
Did you hear that?
That's actually focusing on his power. Because
he said, no, he
he-
can't.
what are you
So you're
what are you on
limiting
about?
God, huh? He's
You're-
limiting
Are you
God.
going to let me finish?
Yeah,
You
go
got
on.
you got your
You
sound
finished
bite.
already.
You wanted to run. Are you going to let me finish?
You finished.
Okay, cool. God cannot exist and not exist at the same time. The
So
purpose.
you're limiting God.
Oh my gosh! Like what the hell? Like I literally said to you. I literally said to you.
Jump in again, man?
Let me finish. Let me finish. You really gotta let me finish. All right, cool. Let me finish limiting God and give you a full-on example. Can God exist and not exist at the same time? No, he can't. God is the source of existence. Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Okay, okay.
Then you say your stuff.
Okay.
You know, because if I start cutting, you're gonna start screaming like as well.
Not worth it.
God is the source of existence. He is the only existence that doesn't have existence like we like human nature have to us. We can exist without God. I mean, we can exist. God does not. I mean, God exists in Himself. We are the ones that do not can exist and cannot exist. But He is the source of existence, so He cannot exist and not and exist at the same time.
Okay. Everything
But
you
God can
said,
be.
all I
But
heard
God,
is
let me
that He
finish.
cannot.
Alright, cool.
Khalas,
God
that's
can
all I
be
heard.
seen, but God can be seen and not seen at the same time.
I didn't ask that.
All right, cool.
Yes.
That's still,
What?
you know.
That's the answer for your question. Yes, God can and cannot exist at the same time.
Wow, that's fantastic. Now I see why you're a Christian. Anyway,
You want to
so
know why?
how about this?
Let me like to hear him. I actually like to hear him.
Because we know it is physical, but God is not a physical being.
Thank you. Actually, I'll hold on to that answer as
doesn't
well.
exist anyway.
Thank you.
I got you now.
Where
Thank
does
you.
Allah exist?
So you're
Does He
naked.
exist here or does He
In
exist
the throne that he's sitting.
On his throne.
Does Allah say on the throne? Is the throne? Is the throne?
Ask him, he knows.
Is it a physical throne?
Is there a physical throne?
He's transcendent.
Because the heaven and the earth are two different
transcendent.
places. One you can see and one you cannot. So yes, God can both exist.
I
So-
didn't ask that. You're talking about
Is
something
Allah-
I didn't ask. That.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, we didn't ask you the questions before as well. It doesn't matter. You see how it works? You see how it works? So can God humble Himself? Can God humble Himself?
I have a question. Is God a concept in Christianity?
No, God is a fact.
But you are describing God as
Yeah, because attributes and
Because
concepts are
he
how we
cannot
understand
be
it.
existent.
God made you. If you made you and you are here, God is a fact.
Yes, I agree with that. But you said that He cannot be existent and can be existence.
As he
That
said,
is
existence.
concept,
that you
not
asked
existence.
As he said,
limited.
existence
The
is an
question
attribute
you
to a
asked is
human
limited
being.
because your
So
mind
God
is
is not a
limited.
human. He is
You're
not
not
something to
asking questions
exist.
that is not
He just
limited
is.
from a mind.
He is I am that I am.
Where can I get that
He
from?
just is.
So he is a concept, not
He is
existence.
he is reality itself.
Is
Yes, I
reality.
do. Yes, I
So
do.
he cannot be ceased to exist.
You cannot cease to exist.
That's the point. That's
All
what
right,
we're
cool.
talking
God is
about.
still factual. He said God is factual.
Yeah, but
doesn't
what
determine
he
the
said that
legitimacy of my
describe a
argument, my
concept.
friend.
That's the
Yeah,
problem.
the concept is how we understand it, but doesn't
No problem.
the
You said yes, God can exist.
For example, when I say
Can God
even,
create
can
a stone
even
so heavy
be a thing?
Stop
that he
using
can't pick it
BTEC
up?
question, BTEC GCSE questions. It's not.
Answer
It's
the
not.
answer, 'cause he gave a
A
good
stone so heavy is the planet Earth, isn't it?
Wait, no.
Can you? The camera's right here. You see,
how limited
you're jumping into the question so much. You're standing in front of the
I know,
camera.
I can help myself. Go on.
Try again.
Okay, can God create a stone? Are you Christian? Fantastic. I love that there's an atheist here. So, can God create a stone so heavy that he cannot pick it up?
The planet is a rock that you
my
cannot
God.
carry.
I don't
So
care
yes.
what it is. I'm
So
asking you a
yes.
question.
Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes.
I can
God
actually,
create
you
a
know
rock so
what?
big
You know what?
can
I would
You're
even.
not God then.
No. I'll actually
What do you
even.
think,
I would
atheist? Let's
even.
get outside
No.
perspective. What do you think about what he just said?
The question.
Is
I
it
would
the most
even
ridiculous thing
beg.
you've ever heard?
I will beg into his question.
Thank you.
I would even beg into his question. Sorry, let me go. I would even beg into his answer and say, yes, God can create a rock so heavy that he can carry. Because when he came as the man Jesus Christ, he was a man that cannot carry the world. That was a rock so heavy that he can carry. So yes, God has a way to create a rock that he can carry.
I have a question.
Jesus Christ, the man. Thank you
I
very
have a
much.
question.
Jesus is a limited Jesus.
All I heard was Jesus
Oh, then
Christ,
you,
man.
that's what you want to say.
Can the
That's
word,
cute for you guys, and
can
that's
the word
cute to come together.
work
Believe in the same Jesus. my
without
friend.
God?
We don't believe
Jesus
that
is
Can
God.
can the word
would
continue living without God?
He's unlimited.
Can
Therefore,
the word
to earth, limited
continue
is a
living
paradox.
without without
Does
God?
that make
No.
more sense than what he said?
So that word
Okay, I'm not
depends
making you a Muslim
on
or
the
anything.
God.
I mean,
Yes.
objectively as an atheist,
when
does that make
the
more
God
sense?
become a human flesh,
Okay, thank you.
how does the word continue living?
He is still God and can do anything.
Sometimes
He
you
is
need an
everywhere.
outside perspective.
He is still God that can do anything.
But-
He is everywhere,
Stupid.
everywhere,
Stupid.
all at once.
What's the foundation of the question? Your own thinking.
Yeah.
Guys, if you want to take your guys, if you want to make guys, if you want to take your conversation somewhere else, like I want to have a one-on-one. You know, if you want to take your conversation somewhere else, I want to have a
I
one-on-one.
have just one question.
You ask me the
can,
question.
Can the world continue living without God?
No.
No. The answer? Okay. When God come to the earth, how does the world continue?
God did not come to the earth because God was always here.
Does God need to be in the bush?
When he comes as a flesh,
Well, he didn't manifest himself in the flesh as a fleshly time.
so when he, I can't hear you. Sorry.
God sustains all. Nothing that was made was made. He made everything.
So
If there's no God, there's nothing that was made. He
So-
sustains everything.
God
So
is
the
God
God
is the
was-
virtue of reality.
was-
God is reality itself.
so when God was as a God,
God
what's
is.
God
what's
is
walk?
God.
What's
God
what's
is
walk
God.
in the earth was
Yeah,
just a shell.
it does not matter.
It
Just
was
because
just a
I
shell.
go to another planet, I don't stop being a human.
God did not make only
God-
planet Earth. He made the whole universe.
I-
There's so many planets on
I
Earth.
know. I am believing
And he
in that.
sustains all of that stuff.
But my question, when Jesus, the prophet,
The Father was controlling the earth.
okay, so the flesh, is he a god? That flesh.
The
Was
flesh
he
is fully human.
fully human or fully God? I don't
Truly
know.
God, truly.
Show me in the Bible where does
So,
it say
now you're jumping into conversations where you know.
you say-
all right, cool.
Because
all right,
I
cool.
want to understand
The-
your
the-
concept.
Jesus Christ, although being true, fully in God's essence,
Show me
humbled
in the
himself,
Bible where
humbled
does it
himself
say that
as a
God
servant.
used Eve's egg to make Jesus.
I don't understand.
Genesis,
was
the
he not
seed of the
made
woman, the seed of the woman will be stricken in the heel by the serpent, and he will step on the serpent's head. That's the seed of the woman that is coming from God Himself. You're out of the conversation now. It's a one-on-two conversation. So let's eliminate the two people that
Because
are
I am-
not involved in the conversation. Let's me and you talk. You know,
think
I would
probably
not like.
we
I don't. I actually don't want
Unitarian
to.
and I'm not.
Yeah, you're a Unitarian. That's a heresy.
Oh.
You're a heresy.
Uh-oh.
You're a heretic.
Uh-oh.
And I'm not there.
Uh-oh.
He's not a Christian.
Division in the
Yeah,
church.
that's not division.
Division in
He's
the
not a part
church.
of the church. That's not
Oh,
division.
no.
He is not a part of the
Church,
church.
church.
He's a Unitarian.
He's Unitarian, you're
So,
heretic.
all right, cool. Somewhere else. Go do that somewhere else. Go and do that somewhere else.
Hey, that-
I'm having a one-on-one
that
conversation.
brotherhood broke down quick, innit?
One God.
No, as soon as I find out, yes, of course, because I don't operate with Satan himself. He's a Unitarian. I don't operate with the ideology of Satan. The church, he's not a part of the church. He's not a Christian.
My father.
Let's go. Let's have a conversation.
Because we are more
in the spirit.
believe in the unity.
In the garden.
Yeah.
And then
that Trinity concept is.
I haven't even finished why I think Allah is Tawheed.
Oh, he just said, no, hang on, he believes Jesus is God. You believe Jesus is God incarnate, yeah?
He's a modalist.
I know for a fact.
He's a
He's God
modalist.
incarnate, yeah?
But
Okay, so a
but
heretic.
God in the flesh.
So the Father was Jesus.
See, heresy.
Oh, it's a heresy.
Heresy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, modalist, yeah.
You know what I mean? Modalist. Modal collapse. You know, take your God somewhere else. He's not a part of the church,
يا أخي
man.
ما عندهمش دين أصلاً.
Come on, man. Jeez. You had good points out before as well. If you have good points and truth reasoning, I'll say yes. But you're a heresy, bro. I don't turn on a brother. He wasn't a brother in Christ. I'm not asking. You're jumping into my conversation. It's an A and B conversation. Maybe you should see yourself out.
Whoa, this broke down quick.
All right, cool, sir. Let me. You know.
because the concept,
Hey,
like
I
I
agree with
say,
you.
because when you
Not
say
your
that
beliefs, but I agree
word
you should be
cannot,
part of this.
I can't make a good sentence. Because when you say the word depends on God.
On God, yes.
Yes.
God does not depend on the world.
The God doesn't depend on the world. Okay. But how did he become to the earth or descend to the earth?
Question.
Yes.
How did you put on your jacket this morning?
This is jacket?
Yes.
I just wore it.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
God just puts on flesh. He's still truly
You
God,
sound like a Hindu.
truly man.
Okay.
You could
when he walk in the
puts on
earth.
flesh.
When he walk in the earth.
So when God puts on
How
flesh,
I'm trying to.
Uh-oh.
isn't it?
There's a breakdown here.
So it's an A and B
You sound like a
conversation.
modalist.
You know, you're jumping into my
You
convo.
sound like a
You're jumping
modalist.
into my convo. You're jumping into my convo. I'm answering
how
your
did-
question as basic as I
how
could
did he
because
take-
I only answering as basic as I could because the brother doesn't speak much English. You know, so.
knowledge in this planet.
But no one was talking. No one is talking to you though. Why are you coming to talk to me? I don't want to talk to you. Don't. Alright, cool. Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. Talk to your modalist. Unitarian. You're out of here, man. Out of here, man. Out of here, man. Heresy, bro. Heresy, man. That's why your Irenaeus got slapped in the Council of Nicaea, bro, because he was heresy, bro. Out of here. You know, let's go.
Irenaeus.
Yes. How can he
That's where the word heresy comes
walk
from.
in the earth and take care of the world?
Because the Father is still in heaven and the Holy Spirit. Jesus said himself, if I bear, I do not glorify myself, because if I glorify myself, it means nothing.
So
But there are two that bear witness to me
So
in
they are
heaven.
different parts now.
No, there's
The
still
God
one
was
being.
in the heaven and
Yeah, but who said that means there are different bodies?
Show me the verse you just quoted.
You said there are different bodies.
How this is come? Because when he was in the heaven taking care
Yeah.
of the earth, the universe.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, the sentence.
Yeah, I understand. I'm trying to slow down.
Okay. How did he change his perspective? Does Jesus walk as a shell to the God?
He walks as a truly man with a divinity essence in hypostatic union. In hypostatic union. So there's the entity of God in him and the human nature unites. They don't join together. So it's not like okay, cool. Thank you very much. Have a nice
It's the
day.
same thing. United joined together is the same thing. He doesn't even know English.
They don't join together. Let me finish. Have I finished?
You sound
They
like a
don't.
Coptic now.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Are you Coptic?
Thank you very much.
Because-
All Christians are Christians. All the Church of God is the Church of God.
But
All right, cool.
I want to
Thank
ask,
you.
but I want to ask when
So
when
the-
the Father
the
was
slide.
in the heaven, the Son he was
Was on
working the earth.
Yeah.
As the Son is a shell of divinity or something.
No, he's truly God.
He is truly God.
Yeah.
With the Father
And
truly God.
yeah.
That
And
is
he
the
is
part
truly
system.
man.
Yeah, it's two. Huh?
There is
No, that's
two.
not two.
gods, yeah.
It's, you know
How
what
is that?
unity means? You know what triune means?
Triune.
Triune, like
What does it mean?
Trinity.
يعني ثلاثة ولكن هم
Like you know how I was saying about
Yes.
Tawheed?
How did-
You know how I was saying Tawheed
How-
means unified?
كلام فاضي أصلاً.
You know how I was saying about Tawheed? I haven't even finished how Tawheed is unified.
Yeah, we finished.
No, we haven't
that,
finished.
Conversation.
Long time.
I would like
وين الدليل؟ وين الدليل؟
Sorry, are you Muslim? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you have Trinity in Islam.
Huh?
You have a Trinity.
They have a
How is that
hundredity
a
actually.
I'll
He has,
explain to you why. Because
إخوة.
I know I'm where the truth is at. I am where the truth is at.
God, Allah, who is in heaven,
Yes.
gave a message to Gabriel. That's another person. That's Gabriel too. And then
Gabriel is the angel.
Yes, angel. Right.
Okay.
So God, one, gave a message
Okay.
to Gabriel, two, to go and tell Muhammad, three.
But they don't worship Gabriel and more. They don't worship Gabriel and the message,
Look
man.
at the- look
You
at
don't.
the
You,
faces. Look at the
I would
faces
have.
of
I thought you had an
Muslims. All
argument.
of them.
Honestly,
all of them.
I thought you had an argument. You don't even have an argument. You don't even have an argument. I thought you had an argument. What was that? Was bad, bro.
All of that.
That was bad. Even I have to be on their side. Come on, man.
You have to obey
Bro.
God. You have to obey God.
They don't have to be on
Obey
Jibril.
Muhammad.
Not Jibril. They don't care about Jibril.
What's
What are you on about?
Say it is a Trinity.
Yeah, but it's not a trinity though. Jibril is not a god.
that?
Jibril is just a messenger. Do you know that?
So they say.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
That's messenger.
Yeah, he's an angel.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Yes, but you're giving him divinity when they're not.
They are not divine.
Aren't angels divine?
No.
They're not.
Creation.
They're spiritual being.
No, okay.
Divinity means almighty, ultimate, nothing else above.
Hang on, no. In his defense, it is a very nuanced word, especially.
Okay, if you want to say in terms of like,
What
in
you
terms,
say as a Christian.
if you want to say divinity in terms of creation and divinity in terms of God, but you're giving him a divinity of God, but he is not a divinity in terms of God.
You give Christ the divinity of God, don't you?
Yeah, because he is. He claims so.
I'm not
He
saying-
says I am. You know.
Trying to get in between the ambiguity.
Bro, I'm where the truth is at. If he's lying about on the Quran, I'm not going to allow him to lie on the Quran, man. Come on, man. We follow the original Quran, man.
We have an Allah, which is a God,
Wallah,
right?
yeah.
Who's in heaven.
Yes.
He never came here.
Yes.
But he had to give a message.
No, he comes into the creation. He comes into the creation every third part of the night to listen to people's prayers.
it's,
So he
lowest
enters
part.
creation. Allah, the lowest part, which is here. Allah enters creation. Allah enters creation.
Yes, but some Muslims say that he doesn't.
Well, he does. The Sunnah says he does.
I'm not an expert in Islam.
But then you're speaking on it as if you are, because you're saying that they worship Jibril, and I'm saying you're wrong.
No, I'm saying they worship God and they worship Muhammad, right?
No, they don't worship Muhammad. It's just a creation.
We don't worship Muhammad.
They don't worship Muhammad.
Obey him.
If someone worship
If
Muhammad,
you have to obey a man like you obey God,
You don't
Yeah,
worship
but-
him.
but
You
the worship
obey
is
your mother.
different
You don't
thing.
worship your mother. Come on, man, cheese. Move your argument somewhere else, man. Come on, man. Let's talk
someone
about serious
worship
stuff.
Muhammad,
You know,
if
cheese.
someone worship Muhammad, we call it shirk.
Shirk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
يعني like
Well, you know how I can prove that they have a trinity
that's
or a
what we
hundred
believe in
unity.
Christianity.
I can prove that
Christianity-
because Allah is eternal. The Quran is eternal. The 99 attributes are eternal, but none of them are Allah. That's why they have Tawheed, unification. That's what's being unified. All of the 99 attributes plus the Quran is being unified under one name called Allah.
I'm not a Trinitarian.
Yeah, it's the Ummah, not the one that you guys are listening to.
Who's the one?
I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I just try to prove your point.
I want to know.
Yeah, let's go back to the
how-
conversation.
Who's a guy teach you Tawheed?
Allah himself. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah himself teaches me the Tawheed.
No, because
The Quran, if as I convey the Quran, they say he's lying. You guys will lie on Allah's name any day, fam. I wouldn't allow that to happen, man. I respect Allah too much. I respect Allah more than you. Allah himself says that he is triune in nature.
Because, for example-
Isa ibn Maryam is a spirit from him that was casted down.
Listen to him.
Isa ibn Maryam, don't come into the conversation, please. Isa ibn Maryam was a spirit casted down. So he existed in Jannah where Allah is, and then he was casted down to Maryam. So he already existed. No, Adam did not exist. Adam was created kun fayakun.
In Jannah, yeah?
Isa was created.
Wait. In Jannah though, right?
Isa's body.
In Jannah.
In creation.
Oh, he's switching up.
In
now.
creation.
He's switching up. He's switching
Isa
up.
is in creation. Isa was in
Adam
Jannah.
was made in
He-
Jannah.
Isa was in Jannah.
basic.
Isa has Isa ever died?
Okay, so
Isa's
Adam-
never died.
Adam is
That
God as
proves
well,
more
right?
eternality.
So Adam is
Isa's
God.
never died. Is he not?
God as well, yeah?
No, who said? What was the
You're making the
qualification?
equivocation.
What was the
You're making the
qualification?
equivocation.
What was
You
it?
said that
What was
because
it?
Isa ibn Maryam came from Jannah, that makes him God. And I said
No,
Adam
I
was
say he
made in
came from
Jannah,
Allah.
so that
I did
makes
not
him
say
God.
Jannah.
That's the same,
He came from
God.
Jannah. He came from Allah. He's the spirit of Allah. Is Allah the spirit of Allah? Is Adam the spirit of Allah? Can you listen? Can you listen? Your friend is telling you to listen. Can you listen? You know? Can you listen?
Who's actually speaking.
Okay, so if you want me to listen to him, please don't cut my conversation. Let one A and B conversation. See all of yourselves out,
You use
please.
that already.
Relax, guys.
See out. See yourself out.
Relax.
One or two. One and two. You know.
Okay, what
I'm
you were
listening.
saying, I got lost in the middle of the conversation.
I know. Then tell your brother to stop interrupting.
I was asking you about how you put that coat in the morning, right? How
Can you
you
ask
wear
your
it
brother
close.
something?
Yeah,
I think you said
the
you
quote
wore it.
was
And then
an
you
old
said-
conversation because when you talk about the 99 names of Allah or description of Allah,
Yeah.
because when I describe you as a nice guy, a humble guy.
Yeah, you're a nice guy as well.
Yeah.
You know, I know it gets
Thank you.
heated over here.
Thank you.
You're a nice guy. I actually really like you.
Are humble, when I say you are a humble and nice, are humble something and nice something except you?
From somewhere.
You are all nice and humble. That's Tawheed.
Yeah, I'm Obi.
It's
Wait,
a description of God.
Yes.
He is merciful, He is
Okay, cool.
almighty. It's not different part of Him. It's just description to know Him. But
The description to know him, are they him himself?
no, for example, when someone asks me, what's your name?
Sheikh Yabooti.
Sheikh?
Check your beauty.
Sheikh Beauty. When someone asks me about Sheikh Beauty,
that's okay, man.
I will tell him he was nice guy. He have a lot of knowledge. All this description
But I
about
did
you
not create
are they different?
I did not,
parts?
but the difference is I did not create those descriptions. Those descriptions exist outside of me.
Yeah.
Mercy does not exist outside of Allah.
But
So
you-
does that make Allah mercy itself?
Yeah, but you're doing. That's you are.
Yeah, but I did not
talking
create
nicely.
it.
You are talking.
So does,
nicely.
then you know you're making it worse by saying that Allah only you can only describe Allah because all these attributes. You're then essentially saying
described himself.
yeah, but you're then essentially saying those attributes exist outside of Allah, but the best way to know Him is that the same way because you're using me, I'm gonna use the same example. The same way I exist, like I am not love. I only attribute to love because I can do it. If you're saying that attribute to me, our love exists outside of me. If you're saying that, if you're using that same qualification on Allah, our mercy exists outside of Allah. Mercy is Allah's God because Allah has to follow mercy.
So when you said you are a loving person, loving is something else.
I am not
than
love
you.
itself. I am not love itself.
Yeah, but I said it as description about you.
Yes,
man.
but
When I say you are a loving person, you are a nice person. Are these things nice and loving?
yes, but I
different
did
part
not
than you?
create those things. Yes,
but-
they are different part of me. Yes,
No.
I just tap into them when I need it.
But it's
I tap into. I
other
don't.
people.
I don't have to be merciful. I tap into mercy when I need it, when I want it. So I did not create mercy. Mercy already exists. I just use it when I need it. But Allah is a source of creation. But yet you're attributing Him as mercy as part of you're attributing mercy as part of like a way to know Him. That means mercy exists outside of Him with the same description you gave me. Mercy exists. Mercy is Allah's God, and Allah only has to follow mercy when He needs it.
No, because if I said Allah without this
No one really knew me
description,
back then, so it's just
how?
kinda
Who's
lucky,
Allah?
Allah is Allah.
Are you Coptic? Yeah, he's paying for the
Don't ask questions. Well, one and two. Don't ask questions.
اشرحنا بس التوحيد لانه فاهمه غلط. الله المستعان.
I
طيب.
went a few times with Samson a few times.
Is
it? Yeah,
I
yeah,
lost
yeah.
what I was
You're saying about how Allah is, if Allah is mercy or not.
Yes, when I said,
So,
for example,
I
Allah,
don't know that I really
you will
like
ask me, who's Allah? I will told you, He is a merciful, He is a creator, He is
What, let me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Is Allah the source of light? Is Allah light?
Life, yes.
Light. Okay. Is Allah the source of life?
Source of life, yes, creation.
Okay,
Oh,
is
He
Allah
created everything.
is Allah life itself?
Life itself? How is that?
Like,
I didn't
because He is the
understand.
source of life, is He the embodiment, the whole essence of light itself?
We describe it as He is the beginning and the end, والأول والآخر.
But
It's a two name.
is He? Yes, that's fine. So that means eternality. That's not what I'm talking. I'm saying, is He life itself?
Can you further explain?
As in, like, everything that you will need to know about life, yeah, it is identical to its essence.
600, yeah. But then he gave a tattoo.
I am sorry, I don't quite understand it.
Like,
are you describing Allah as like biology or something?
No.
Like shadow bands and all
Allah,
Okay.
Ahad,
Okay.
life, Ahad.
Yeah, he gave the whole
No.
Are they the same thing?
No.
It was during that time when she got stabbed.
When I say
It was like a big
creator,
uproar
He's
and he just
just
said, okay,
a
I'm
description of
tattooing
So Allah is not like life itself.
how is it life itself?
It's Allah.
He gives us
When I
the-
say life itself or light itself, I mean the source of reality, the embodiment of reality.
Yes,
so
He
it's
is the
Allah.
source. He is-
So
He is
Allah
the one
is He life itself? So then is He life itself?
He gives the life, but when you say it as it's life itself, I don't quite understand. To make it simpler, he is the creation for all things.
Yeah, but what you're telling me, you're talking about, no, it's not simple. I'm jumping onto a higher philosophical question. I am not asking whether he is the one that makes it. I make a bike, I am not the bike. You know,
okay.
But I'm talking about Allah being outside of creation before anything was created. There was life.
No,
is he that life?
He is the first thing in life.
So he is that life. So before him was the life.
Al-Hayy. He described himself as Al-Hayy. That's he is the life.
He is. So he is.
Al-Hayy.
So he is the life. He is the reality.
It's one of his name. Al-Hayy.
But you're saying one of his name as in that's an attribute. That means he is not the life. He just uses it whenever. I'm asking, is he that life itself, the sole reality?
I don't quite understand, but to make it as what we believe in, that we believe that Allah is Al-Hayy, Al-Qayyum. Al-Qayyum means the one, everything depends on him.
Okay, I will even go along with what you said. I will even go along with that. So, if Allah is not life itself, but He makes life, if Allah is not life itself, but He creates life,
how is not life itself? He gives the life.
That's my. You see, that's my question. We say God
it's
is.
Complicated, but
you see, Shia, they believe that Allah is life itself. They believe in divine simplicity to say that all of His attributes are identical to Him. That's why I can even probably say they are unitarian. I mean, they are monotheist. Shia are more monotheists than Sunnis.
The Shia are more monotheist
than Sunnis.
But the problem in Shia, they believe in Ali as.
I don't care about that. I still think they're wrong, but they're more monotheists than Sunnis.
They are doing the same thing like
yes, because
Christianity.
Because their philosophy and their theology is correct. God is divine. And He is the same exact with light, with life, with truth. God is truth, God is life, God is light.
For us, it's you are in the same boat.
Okay, I like Shias because we believe in divine simplicity. I like Shias. We can actually talk about something else other than that. I'm only showing to you why your God proves you to be a pagan. Shias are actually right in holding on to divine simplicity, even though they're wrong.
What's pagan mean?
Divine simplicity.
Pagan. What's pagan?
Pagan or mushrikins. Polytheists. Yeah.
Okay.
Shias are not mushrikins. Sunnis, I would say, are mushrikins.
Why?
Because Allah is eternal, the Quran is eternal, the 99 attributes are eternal, but yet all of them are not Allah.
How is that?
So you just said to me, Allah is not life. So life exists besides Allah. Allah just taps into it when He needs to.
I don't like them for
Did I describe Allah like this?
No, you said Allah is not life. You said He uses life. So life exists separate from Allah.
No, He is the one who gives the life.
So is He life? No, you said He gives the life. So He uses the life. I am asking, is He identical to that life?
To make it simpler, there is no life. The concept of life is no.
I understand that. If Allah didn't create it, that's fine. But you're still talking about the usage. I am talking about the identical.
Yeah.
Is Allah life? Is Allah truth? Is Allah light?
Look at the concept as a whole. The life.
You're giving me what He uses. Allah uses Muslims in the corner to convey His dawah.
Okay.
You know, but doesn't mean that He is these Muslims. You know, I am asking because creation, life, light, and truth exist outside of creation. So there can only be one sole existence outside of creation. Is it Allah or is it?
قلت لها الحي القيوم بس لسه ما فاهم. To make it simpler, he said the same thing when I told you الحي القيوم. That's He is the life itself, or gives
So
the
He is.
concept.
So He is life.
Gives the life itself.
So He is life. I don't know what you're saying.
الحي
annihilated. I don't know how
separate thing يعني يخليها شيء على جنب. الحياة شيء ثاني غير الله نفسه. أنا أقول له لا، الحياة هي جزء من الله، يعني الله يعطيها.
I don't speak the so-called language, but I mean I know it's fine. You guys. No. You guys talk about it.
Just
but like,
explaining to him our.
this is why I love Shias because
I am life. I am life.
Okay.
God made me and I'm
you are alive. You're not life. You are alive. You are not the source of reality.
I'm trying to explain my.
Okay.
I know I'm not supposed to pitch it into your tent, but I'm trying to kind of convey a message that I am life because God made me. I am life. But God is not life like me. He is life, but he's not a life like me. I am a carnal life. But God is a eternal, godly life.
أنا عندي مشكلة بس في اللغة. ماني فاهم كل حاجة.
Yeah, but you are, even though you are not, yeah, but even in your example, you are not life because I am also life. If by your example, you cannot be life because I am also life. Then there's two lives.
We are made life.
So we have life. We are not life. We are creative beings. We are not creator.
No, we're not.
Exactly. So there's a difference between the creator and the creative being. There is a difference between having life and being life. I am asking for the person who is life. You are not life. You just have life.
God is the maker of life.
He is life itself.
And he is life itself.
Amen.
He has to be life itself.
Amen.
He makes it.
Amen.
Because before everything, because the planet is life that God made. The trees are life that God made.
They are alive. No, they're not life. They are alive. They have the attributes of Him.
It's semantics.
It's not semantics. That's what the Bible preaches.
Alive is a different status than when I say that a tree is alive.
The tree
I
is
have
alive.
life because my life is more human life is more
Valuable
than plant life or maggot life. But real life that God made.
We are not, again, I'm still gonna say He gives us life. We are not the source of life.
No,
He is life. So that makes us alive and Him life.
We may have offspring, but
Okay, because I want to go to the prayer.
When you come back.
I don't know. I will just pray.
But I've proven to you why you have multiple gods, why certain verses are in the Quran, and why Isa ibn Maryam is Allah itself, or is co-creator and God with Allah.
We finished the Kalimullah, we finished the Kalimatullah.
Yeah, and you haven't given
You didn't prove the last part that you told me about. We also I also explained to you about the meaning of the naming. That's Allah.
You haven't given me an explanation.
To describe you, not to separate the concept.
But you
of
still
Allah.
haven't given me an explanation.
You are disagreeing with what I said. I am disagreeing
because
with what
I asked you.
It was a nice conversation.
Yeah, it is a very nice conversation.
Thank you
very
very
much.
we're having Bible study, so maybe you want to help out.
Just let me just end it with this guy. I did ask him, to explain his points. They do this shuffle all the time. You ask them one question, you ask them, is apple apple? Then they say, oh no, apple is orange. They always shuffle the question somewhere else and think they've answered it. But we've already went through why Allah, Moses is not Kalim Allah. He was given the Kalim of Allah, so he spoke directly to God. But Isa ibn Maryam is Kalim Allah that exists outside of creation. Isa is God because Allah allows him to create.